Let's get started with boot camp. We're going to take the feet right outside the hips and take a forward fold. Tuck the chin to look behind you, shake out the head and neck, reach the fingertips for the floor, and then maybe sway the hips side to side to wake up the backs of the legs. Starting class with our dynamic warm-up. Get our bodies ready for this workout. Good. We're going to point the toes out, pull the heels in, and sit into a deep squat. We want the entire foot to be flush with the mat. So if you feel that your hips are raising a little bit, just step the feet out a little bit wider. There you go. We'll reach the right arm up. Find a gentle twist for the spine. And then we'll start to pull that right arm back, waking up down the arm into the shoulder and into the chest. Good, we'll bring the right hand down. We'll take the left hand high. Find that gentle twist first, and then start to pull that left arm back. Very good, bring it down. We'll push the hips high, take it into a fold, point the toes forward, find that fold, and then slowly roll all the way to the top. Let the head be the last thing that comes up. At the top, we'll take a big shoulder roll up, back, and down. Good. We'll step to the back of our mat. Really bend the knees here and bring the hands all the way down. We want to walk it out to a plank. Find your plank. We're going to stay here for just a second. Squeeze the quads and the glutes. Press the palms into the mat. Round the upper back. Good. And then step that left foot forward outside of that left hand. We're going to reach our left elbow towards the mat. You can touch it if you have the flexibility, but just reach and then reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Start to pull that left arm back. We want to open up the chest. Good. We'll bring that left hand down, step the left foot back, find your plank. Step the right foot forward. Again, if you could reach that right elbow towards the mat, we're going to sink into that runner's lunge and then open up that right arm to the ceiling and then start to pull it back to open the chest. Good. Bring that right hand down, step the foot back, find your plank, and then bend the knees, walk the hands to meet the feet. We'll find that fold and we'll slowly roll to the top. Head comes up last and we'll take a shoulder roll at the top. Good. Step to the center of your mat. We're going to pull our left knee up and hold it here. Find your balance. Once you have it, you're going to swing that left knee open, take a big hurdle and a big step back. Take a second. You might feel a little off balance there. That's okay. Take your time to regain it and then start to bend that left knee. We're going to open up to the right, reaching that right arm back. Waking up through that left hip flexor in the front. Good, step it in and shake it out. We'll draw our right knee high, balancing on that left foot. Find your balance here, and then swing that right knee out to the side for the hurdle. Take your big step back. Take your time to find your balance, and then bend that right knee and open up to the left. Reach the left arm back. Very good. Step it in and shake it out. One more mobility and then we'll get started. We're going to balance on our right and just pick that left foot up. We're going to start to push our hips to the back of the room, reaching our hands towards the floor. Keep your back nice and long and then stand tall and step out to the left. We're going to wake up that right inner thigh by pushing the hips back into the left. Find a big stretch in that right leg and then step it in and shake it out. We'll balance on the left. Pick up that right foot and push the hips to the back of the room. Reach the hands down and then stand tall and step out to the right. We'll wake up that left inner thigh. Push the hips back into the right until you feel that stretch on the inside of the left leg and then step it in and shake it out. We're going to start with a little plank series today. We're going to take a high plank and then move to a side plank. Go to a low plank and then take it to the opposite side for the plank. We're gonna stay there for 30 seconds in each position, just to really get our core and our shoulders fired up this morning. When you're ready, bring it all the way down to your high plank position. You can be on the knees or the toes, it's totally up to you. In 3, 2, and 1. We're here for 30 seconds. Maybe you start in a high plank on the toes, and if you feel you need a break, then you would bring the knees down to the mat and hold it here. We're starting with this plank. We're halfway through, we've got 15 seconds. If you need a little break, but you don't want to come all the way down to the knees, you can bring one knee down and then pull it back up. We've got less than 10 seconds. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to rotate into a side plank. Now, you can be down on the forearm or up on the palm. And if you need to modify, that bottom knee can be down. Reaching the top arm up. We're here for 30 seconds. We've already been here for 15. We've got 15 to go. This side plank again can be on the forearm or up on the palm, whichever is best for you. And you can be modified here like me with the bottom knee down, or take it to full side plank. And let's rotate it to the center. So we're going to take a low plank. We're coming down to the forearms. We want the elbows to be underneath the shoulders. And if your core is a little tired, feel free to drop those knees so we can have really good form. We've got less than 15 seconds. Squeeze your core. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to rotate to the opposite side to finish out this plank series. To modify, you're keeping that bottom knee down. You can be in full side plank by lifting the knee. We've got 15 seconds. You can be down on the forearm or up on the palm. It's up to you. We have 10 seconds to hold. You got it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take it to a child's pose or push it to a down dog. Very good. Nice job with that plank series to get us started into our boot camp today. Good work. Take a second, grab a drink of water, catch your breath, and we'll get into our first circuit. We have timed intervals today. We're going to go for 40 seconds for this first circuit. We've got a reverse crunch, a plank to a down dog. We've got a lateral lunge step out, and we've got a lunge flow where we'll go forward and backward. We're going to start with that reverse crunch. So when you're ready, meet me all the way down on your mat. Slowly lower all the way down to your back. And the reverse crunch can be done 2 ways. I can keep my head connected to the mat, or I can lift my chin to my chest. That makes it a little bit more difficult. Take the challenge or leave the head connected. In 5 seconds, we'll do our reverse crunch. We're going to pull the knees up towards the chest and tuck the knees in, lift the hips if you can, and then tap the toes to the mat. So you'll pull the knees into the chest, rock the hips up, and then tap the toes. A little bit more challenging, you'll keep the chin to the chest. As you roll the knees in, lift the hips, and then tap the toes. Good. We'll be working the entire midsection here. We've got 3, 2, and 1. You'll roll it up to a seat. Turn it over to find yourself in a plank position. We're going to work the muscles right underneath our armpit here, right on our sides and our shoulders with a plank to a down dog. It's 30 seconds. Find your plank. Clock is on. We're pushing back to the down dog. Slowly pulling it back into our plank. And then again, pushing it into your down dog. Take your time. Think about the muscles that you are using. We've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You can bring the knees down and help yourself up. We've got some lateral lunges. We're going to step out from one side to the other, alternating left to right. And if you want to add a challenge, I'll ask you to reach your opposite hand down towards the opposite foot. Let's get started. We'll step out to the left. Push your hip back, find your lateral lunge. I'm going to let my chest drop just a little bit to reach my right hand towards that left foot, and then I'm going to push it to step in. Step out to the other side, reach, opposite hand to opposite foot. Good. Push the hip back. When you're in this lunge position, you want to make sure your butt's pushed back and that your knee's not pushing out front. Good. We've got 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We've got a forward to a reverse lunge. We're going to go with the left leg first. So for this 40 seconds, we'll do 20 seconds on the left leg and 20 seconds on the right leg. And we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to step forward with my left leg and take it to a lunge, making sure my knee stays behind the toe. I'll step it in, and then I'm going to take that left leg back. I'll bring it in. I'll step it forward. Push it back. Step it back. Bring it in and forward. So we're stepping forward, back to center, and then to back. Good. Shake it out. We'll go to the other side in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you want to do this a little bit more challenging, from that front lunge, push all the way back to your reverse lunge. Swoop through the center. Don't stop there if you don't need to, but if you do for balance, take it to the center and then the front. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake out the legs. Grab a quick drink and meet me down on your mat, on your back. We go one more round, starting with that reverse crunch. All the way down. We will go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the chin to the chest if you want it the hard way. Pull the knees to the chest, rock the hips off the mat, and then tap the toes down. We're here for 40 seconds. Now, if you want to make this a little more comfortable for the neck, you can relax the head to the mat. You'll get a little less upper abdominal engagement, but that's okay. We have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock it up to a seat. Flip it over to your plank. We go plank down dog. Again, this is 40 seconds. We're working the lats, the serratus, the muscles in the ribs, and the shoulders. Also the core. Very good upper body workout. Let's go. Lift into your plank. Push it back to your down dog. And then right back into your plank. You can hold the plank for a couple of seconds if you like. Or push it all the way back to your down dog and hold it there for a couple of seconds. Modify this workout for what feels best for you and what challenge is best for you. We're more than halfway there. We have 15 seconds. Pressing from your down dog into your plank. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Walk the feet in to meet the hands and slowly roll it up. Oh, that almost feels good. We've got that lateral lunge. We're stepping out from one side to the other, and we're taking that reach opposite hand to opposite foot to engage those obliques. In 3, 2, and 1. Step it out to the left. Reach the right hand down. Step it in. You can make this as fast or as slow as you like. We've got a little bit of cardio coming up. A little bit of a high intensity next round. So if you want to keep it at a slow pace, that's okay. We're halfway with these lateral lunges. I want you to really push the hip back as you reach the hand down for the mat. You want to feel this in your hip and not in your knees. If you're feeling it in the knees, make sure your knees not pushing out front and that your hips are pushing back. Nice job, shake it out. We have our lunge flow. Left side 20 seconds, right side 20 seconds, and then we'll take a break. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward with that left leg. Find your lunge, and then tap in the center and take it to your back. If you're gonna add extra challenge, you'll push through the center from one lunge to the other, skipping that center hold. If you need to, stop in the center, that's okay. Last one. Go ahead, shake it out. And we'll go right into the right side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 20 seconds. It's a forward lunge into a reverse lunge. Take your time. Go at your own pace. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake out the legs. You might feel your quads on that one. Take a second, grab a quick break. Catch your breath if you need to, and we'll get started with a little bit more intense circuit. We're going to work 30 seconds for our intervals, and we have 4 moves. We have a squat jack. We'll bring our feet underneath our hips, sit our hips back, hands reach down. Here's our squat, and then we take it to a jumping jack. Now, if you need to modify this, you'll just stand tall and reach out to the side, one and then the other. We have skaters. That lateral lunge step out with a little bit more intensity, we'll hop from one side to the other. If that hop doesn't feel okay to you, you can step. A little less of a lunge, more so for speed to get that heart rate up. We have some run in place to heel kicks. We'll alternate between those two, and we have a jump rope. We're gonna do this 2 times. It's 30 seconds for everything in 3, 2, 1. Let's find our squat jack. Sit the hips down into your squat and then take it out for a jumping jack. Again, if you need to modify, you'll go right here. Squat to stand and reach. That will still get your heart rate up, I promise. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We'll take a 15-second break in between these moves so that we can catch our breath. We've got a skater. We're going to balance on the left, kick our right leg back, a little lean forward, and we hop to one side, hop to the other. Now, if you can, try to balance on one leg and just go side to side. If you need to modify, you'll take it to a step. I want to see the arms moving to create that intensity to get the heart rate up. Less than 10 seconds. So we're here with a modified skate, or we're hopping. Shake it out. Nice job. We're going to go 4 high knees to 4 butt kicks. Now, the high knees, or if you don't feel comfortable getting those knees all the way up, just take it here. And then we'll switch to kicking the heels up for 4. 4 of each, 30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'll give me a couple running in place, and then you'll give me a couple heel kicks high to the glutes. So a couple up front, and a couple to the back. Couple up front, bring the knees. If you need to modify, take a skip. And then you can take a kick here without that high impact. 3, 2, and 1. 15-second break. We have a jump rope to finish this first round. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find yourself at a nice light jump rope. Now, if you can't leave the floor, just bend the knees with a slight bounce and keep your feet connected. Otherwise, it's a little hop off of the ball of your feet. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out. Let's take a short break. You should feel your heart rate elevated. Very good. That's what we're looking for this round. Also, stay safe. Use the modifications if you need to. We're going to go for one more round of that. And then we'll get into our stretch. It's the squat jacks to start. Remember, you don't have to jump. You can keep this low impact. We'll go in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your squat. Push the hips back, and then we jump out to our jumping jack. If you're modifying, you're squatting and standing to reach the arms and the legs to opposite sides. Take the modification that works for you. Less than 10 seconds, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out, 15-second break. We have our skaters. Again, you can hop for the high impact, or you can step for the low impact. In 3, 2, and 1. Here's my modification. I'm going to step to one side, tap the opposite foot behind the other, and reach. My arms long in front and in back, swing them. Otherwise, a more high impact, we're skating, hopping from side to side. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. 15-second break. We have the high knees or the skips. I'm going to take the low impact first since I did it last time. And let's go. You're going to give me 4 of these skips and then 4 kicks of the heels. Good. Back to 4 skips. 4 heel kicks. Good. I'm going to switch it up to a more high impact. It's a run in place to a jog. A run to a jog. 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Nice job. Quick second to catch your breath. 15 to be exact. And we finish with our 30-second jump rope. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's finish this circuit off with our jump rope. Again, you keep it low impact. Just bend the knees and swing the arms. You never have to let the feet leave the mat. Otherwise, it's a little hop. This is supposed to be 30 seconds, but we have a couple extra minutes. So I'm going to say, let's finish this with a minute jump rope. We're already halfway there. It's 30 seconds. We can do it. You can bounce off one foot or both. If you've got some fancy footwork here, try to have some fun. Jump rope is really good for our brain. Let's keep it going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take a second to catch your breath. Let's check out that heart rate, 161, good. We were looking to elevate the heart rate, work at a little bit faster pace. We did good. Let's take it down to the floor for our stretch. We're gonna open the legs wide into a straddle. Sit high on the sit bones. Maybe reach the hands out in front or come down to the forearms, whatever feels good. And find a stretch on the inner thighs. Try not to bounce. We don't want to do this. It's not good for your muscles. Find a spot where you can hold the stretch and just stay right there. Maybe close the eyes. Start to pay attention to the breath. And it will naturally start to slow down. Great job today, guys. We've got just under 4 minutes to finish our stretch, and then we are good to go. Holding that straddle. Good. We'll sit it tall. We're going to bring our left leg out in front and take our right side to the back. You want to bring both knees at a 90 degree. You don't want the foot all the way up by your glutes. You don't want this foot all the way by your thigh. You want to have a lot of space here in the front and then the back. We'll sit tall, and then we'll lean over that left leg, walking the hands out in front to find a stretch on that left hip. You want to stretch out for those left glutes, those reverse lunges we did, those lateral lunges, the skaters, the squats, all working our glutes. We'll give a good stretch. Good, we'll sit it up, and we're just gonna bring our knees towards the ceiling. Sitting in a straddle, but our knees are pointed up, our legs are bent. Maybe reach for the shins or the ankles. And just pull yourself forward. Really finding some range of motion in our hip joints. Good, and then we're just gonna turn to the right. The right leg will be in front, the left will be out to the side. Make sure you've got that space between the foot and the rest of the body, and then sit tall. And we'll walk the hands out in front of that right leg, leaning over the right leg to find the stretch in the glutes on the right side. Just under 2 minutes for our stretch. Stay with me. If this is the only part of class you partake in, it is good. Stretching is a necessity. We need range of motion to be able to move free from pain and with good form. And the way that we keep that range of motion is by stretching. Good. We're going to sit it tall. And we're going to transition to a tabletop. Bringing both knees underneath the hips. We'll just start to sway the hips side to side. And we'll tuck the toes and push the hips back to the heels, pressing through the palms to really push your hips back, finding a stretch in the bottom of the foot, something we don't often think about stretching. Good, we're gonna lift the hips, round the spine up into a cat, and then slowly lower the hips all the way down to the mat. Now, you can walk your hands out in front, untuck the toes, and if this is uncomfortable for your low back, you can bring it down to the forearm. We're going to stretch out to the core with a couple big deep breaths. Very good. Lift the hips, lift the knees, and push it to a down dog. We want to press our chest close to our thighs. And then start to press the heels down to the mat. Finding a big stretch through the calves. When you're ready, you can walk the feet in to meet the hands, and we'll take our final fold. Stretching through the backs of the legs. When you're ready, slowly roll to the top, round the spine, stretch the back. The head comes up last, and do a big shoulder roll, up, back, and down. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this total body boot camp.